In the early 80s, Jamie Lee Curtis did 3 slashers right close to each other. She did Halloween, she did Terror Train, and she did Prom Night, brought to us in a really good transfer from 101 Films' Black Label range. The story here is all about Kimberly, Jamie Lee Curtis' character, as she's getting ready for her prom night, where of course there will be a masked killer looking to ruin that evening for all the expecting students just wanting to have fun. And the movie starts off with a kind of flashback back to a time where kids being rather nasty and torturous towards another kid, caused the death of one. And you kind of know that this is the catalyst of what's going to kickstart the movie. Usually I'm used to seeing these kind of things in giallos where they're not revealed to the end, but having it at the start just kind of lays out the beats. Lets you know that it's going to be a little bit formulaic, lets you know that it's going to just tick off the boxes on what slashers do, and it just kind of sets it up in the typical way. But then it kind of circumvents it throughout the rest of the movie. You have this protagonist of Kimberly, the main character, the person who we follow, the kind of hub of the school. She's going to be the queen of the prom. She's going out with the sort of most famous guy in the school as well, who's going to be the king of the prom. They're the key couple, and we just kind of follow her as she touches base with various friends, creates some animosity with some other characters who's going to come back and bite us a little bit later on. And it feels like it's got elements of other kind of key horror movies in this as well. It takes the sort of bad group of kids who want to ruin a prom from Carrie. It takes the phone calls, the malicious phone calls from Black Christmas, and mixes that into it. And just it dips into other kind of slashers as well, just takes what it wants. But what I like most about Prom Night is the fact that it's willing to circumvent the typical tropes. Like I said, it starts off in a familiar fashion, but it weaves and ducks and turns when you least expect it. One of the characters who's just about to have sex decides that no, this isn't how she wants it. She just doesn't want to do it. She's going to be a little bit more chaste. She's going to hold on to her morals. She's not going to lower herself, and gets instantly dispatched, taking away that rule of it's the virgin that's going to survive. Here's somebody who has decided, who's tossed and turned all over the movie about whether she's going to lose her virginity that night, and decides that she's not and dies anyway. As well as some other things like our lead character. You know, at the end of the movie, you're discovering that she was never in any danger. She was never going to be targeted at any point. Her being around these circumstances was just happenstance. It wasn't meant to be. She just happened to be there. It's a strange story where we're focusing on a character who doesn't really have much of a part to play within the story itself. Now, there is so many things that I really like about Prom Night. You know, it's got this fantastic setting, got great ideas, some good... We get this dated, but nonetheless spectacular dance sequence in the middle of the movie that is just an absolute joy to watch each and every time it happens. This is a disco-infused slasher movie. It's all through the movie with its score. Even the sparkly balaclava that the bad guy wears is ridiculous, but kind of fitting with the rest of the movie. I like the blood and the guts, which is kept a little bit sparing at points, but ultimately is released later on. We get some fun head chops, one in particular, but I really liked. The two bad guys, we get the sort of bully guy and the kind of nasty female character, who both get what they deserve at one point, particularly one of the characters who's in a great chase sequence. It seems to go on a little bit longer and just... it's so fun, so much fun. But these two characters are horrible, but they're fun horrible. They're the ones that you kind of like to spend a little bit of time with because they're just so maniacal and nasty. Prom Night for me is a great pickup. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, this is a perfect chance to get it. This disc is just stacked with extras. You get a nice extra, it's Chasing the Final Girl, which is 21 minutes, and this is just a nice talking heads, talking to various people about final girls in movies, which is a great fascinating subject. If you haven't delved into it, this is a great one, talking to a few different people and how The character of Jamie Lee Curtis circumvents a lot of the things that Final Girls do. You get an interview with Paul Lynch, which is 16 minutes. He's the director of the movie. Gives a lot of information about how it just came together. It's quite an interesting and quick tidbit. You get The Horrors of Hamilton High, which is a 41-minute retrospective making of, which is quite fun. Unfortunately, the Paul Lynch stuff is a little bit duplicated for the earlier extra, but that doesn't detract from the interesting nature of this edition. You get 2 commentaries that I haven't listened to as yet. You get additional TV scenes, which are about 11 minutes, as well as a little intro explaining why they were used or why they were inserted in to pad out that runtime. You get a moving stills gallery with accompanying disco music. You get the theatrical trailer. You get TV spots. You get radio spots. It's a pretty stacked disc. I think Prom Night's a no-brainer for the slasher fans out there. If you haven't seen it, you really should. I'd love to know your thoughts on the movie if you've seen it. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man vs. Film.